Parthaya pratibodhitam bhagavata Narayanena swayam Vyasena gratitam Purana Mathe Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadeshinim. And the fifth is Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Charnu Ramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagat Gurum. So when we start, we read this. Why? To get the introduction of the Bhagavad Gita, the why is Gita and where we find this Gita, etc. And then the main purpose of the Bhagavad Gita is to advent of the God, to punish the wrongdoers, and to help the religious, righteous-minded people. And it starts with a very interesting chapter called Arjuna Bishada Yoga. And no other religious books will speak in this way, but in Bhagavad Gita we find Arjuna Bishada Yoga, when a man in despondency, and he is naturally going on thinking in his own way, trying to give the argument, but then ultimately he turned that suffering mind towards God. And that becomes the yoga. When you are turning the suffering mind towards God, because the suffering, and it is very powerful. So when we use that power to reach God, it becomes very easy. And in the life of Arjuna, we'll find that we studied up to 10th verse, and there introduction was going on given. And in 11th verse it says, Ayaneshu cha sarveshu yatha bhagamavastita Bhishmameva virakshantu bhavanta sarva eva hi. This is the first chapter, verse 11. And he is introducing, so look at it, all those people, those who are there, Bhishmameva avirakshantu. Who is introducing? He is, as it was addressed, a Raja. But he was not. But he behaved like a king. He is taking all decision as because his father, who was the acting king, was not very active. And that's why Duryodhana was behaving like a king and introducing all this. When introduction was over, then the Sanjaya is giving the description. Tasya samjanayam harsham kuru vritta pitamaha simhanadam vinadachai shankham dagno pratapavan. The last time when we were studying, I told how these wicked-minded people, they always try to insult the broad-minded people like Bhishma. The Bhishma, he was all through supporting him, though he knew that he is not doing the right thing, even then he was supporting him. But look at it. This Duryodhana was not believing him. So to insult the Bhishma, he was addressing Acharya Drona. But Drona was a paid person. He used to receive salary. And the main person was the Bhishma, highly respected person. And at that time, no one was there to defeat Bhishma. But even then, the Duryodhana, he was thinking Bhishma may become weak because he had the compassion for the Panchapandava. So that is why he was asking the Acharya. So we talked about that. After listening this, the Bhishma never said, "Hey, why you are talking like that and insulting me? Well, I won't fight. I'm going back." He didn't say that. He was dedicated for his own duty because the Bhishma promised that I am going to protect these people, and he kept his word. As Sri Ramachandra in the Ramayana, he said, keeping the word is religion. Today we were discussing the whenever the promise we make, whatever the promise is, we have to keep that promise. So that Bhishma was showing how tasya samjanayam harsham kuru vriddha pitamaha. He is addressed as the eldermost, senior-most person of the Kuru. Kuru Vriddha Pitama, he blew his conch, Simhanadan Binadachai, Shankam Dagno Pratapuban. By reading this, we get an idea in those days, before declaring the war, they used to blow the conches. And then all people, all the leaders, they will blow their conches so that their followers, their soldiers, will get ready for the war. As because Bhishma was the senior most, he was allowed to declare the war, and that he did. Now, all the description that we'll read, I'm not going to describe each and every verse because they'll be saying the same thing again and again. The different leaders, they are blowing their conches. Tata shankascha viryascha panabanaka gomuka sahasevabhyahannanta shashabdastumulo bhavat tata shvetoi hayai yukte mahati sandane sthito madhava pandavaschaiva dibhyo shankho pradagnatuhu. Tata shankascha viryascha. And the moment that it was Bhishma declared the war, all everywhere they started beating the drums. In the modern society also we find the every soldier group, they have their musicians. They beat the drum to encourage the people, the drummers. So there also, the all people, they started beating the drums and hearing those drums, the horses, the animals, and the people, they were also shouting. The huge commotion started. And the beautiful way they're describing the war field. Of course, the warfield is not like modern warfield. That was the warfield when the people they used to come face to face and they declare that I am going to fight with you. They knew what they are going to do. In that time, Madhava and the Pandava, Madhava means the Sri Krishna, and the Pandava, that our Arjuna, Shetvai Hayoi Yukte. Haya means the horses. Shweta means the white. The white horses that was drawing the chariot of the Arjuna, and that came. And they also blew their conches. Panchajannam Rishikesham Devadattam Dhanam Jaya. Panchajannam Rishikesha. Different names here we find the Sanjaya, he is using Rishikesha, the one who is within the heart of everyone. That is the Rishikesha. Devadattam Dhananjaya. And Dhananjaya, Arjuna. Why he is named Dhananjaya? Because he collected lot of fund for his elder brother who became the king. And by saying that, it mentioned He is a great hero. Once he has collected by defeating all these people who are in against. He collected the fund, Dhananjaya, and Pondram Dogno Mahashankam Bhima Karma Brikodaraha. Panchajannam was the name of the conch that was blown by Rishikesha, Krishna. Devadattam, there's the name of the conch of the Arjuna. Pondram, and that Bhima, he did. Anantam Vijayam Raja Kuntiputra Yudhishthira Nakula Sahadevascha Sugosha Manipushpako. Ananta Vijaya, that was the name of the conch. Very interesting. Each and every one having a name of their conch. And that they were blowing. So Ananta Vijay was the Yudhishthira's conch. Kashyascha Parameshvasa Trikandi cha Maharata Drishtadumna Viratascha Sattakischa Parajita Drupado Draupadeyascha Sarvasa Prithibhipate Saubhadrascha Mahabahu Shankam Dagno Prithak Prithak. Not that all the ordinary soldiers, the captains of the groups, they were allowed, only the leaders. So they are mentioning the names of these great warriors, and someone was leading 10,000 soldiers, 100 million soldiers, like that huge, huge group they were having, and they blew the conch, and that was their followers. They got the information, get ready. The Sagosha Dhartarashtranam Hridayani Vedarayat Navascha Prithibinchaiva Tumulo Abbunadayan. Sanjaya indirectly supporting the Pandavas, because he was not liking, as because that was not a just war. And that they were trying to deceive the Pandavas. They were supposed to get the country, and they only requested for 5 villages. That too was denied. That is not correct. According to the law, the Pandu was the king, and Pandu's elder son Yudhishthira is supposed to be the king now. Dhritarashtra, who was a caretaker king, he betrayed the Pandu sons, and he wanted to give the property in the hand of his son. That is the whole thing. And now they have come for the war. Naturally, Sanjaya, a very good person, he was telling, hearing these sounds, now all these Dhritarashtras, Dhartarashtra, that means the children of the Dhritarashtra, their Hridaya, their heart was broken. That means they were afraid. अथ व्यवस्थितान् दृष्ट्वा धार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वज प्रवृत्ते शस्त्रसम्पाते धनुरुद्यम्य पाण्डवः ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यम् idamaha mahipate. Now it gives on the 20th, it says all these things are now ready. Then Kapidhaja. Kapidhaja, Dhaja means the flag, and that was marked by Hanumanji. It was not only the picture, real Hanumanji was sitting over there. We know the Hanumanji, he lives eternally, so he was also present, but he told, I am not going to take part, but I like to witness who is going to win. So he was on that flag. But his presence means a big thing. So he was supporting Arjuna, and they were there, and Pravitre Shastra Sampate. Arjuna was ready to shoot the arrow or start the war. Before that, he thought, Arjuna Uvacha. We read in this way, Arjuna Uvacha, Senayo Ubhayar Madhye Ratham Sthapaya Mechuta Yavadetan Niriksheham Yaddu Kaman Abastitan. Now, Achyuta means one who never deviates from the promises. So that is Krishna. O Achyuta, can you please take my chariot in between the two erring groups? So let me see who has come to die in my hands. So this is the first sentence. Arjuna is ready to war. So keeping in mind, we will continue and we will find how the Arjuna's mind is changing because of a reason which we'll call attachment. Koi maya sahayodhyabhyam asmin ranasamuddhame. Who has come to fight with me and to support me? Let me go and check. Yo yasya manam abhikshekam ya etatra samagata dhartra rashtrasya durbuddhe yuddhe priyachikirshabha. What is the yuddha? That is the a great thing for the Kshatriyas. Dharma yuddha, right, for the righteous thing, and we are going to war, fight. That is the greatest thing for the Kshatriyas. For the Brahmanas, it is study, it is the puja, it is the yajna. But the Kshatriyas, by punishing the wrongdoers, that is the main work of the Kshatriyas. So now, it is like a function that is going to come. So many wrongdoers are there in front of us. At a time, we are going to punish them. So let us go and see. Sanjay Uvacha. Now the Sanjay is again telling, Eva Mukto Rishi Kesho Gura Keshena Bharata Senayo Ubayor Madhye Sthapa Itva Rathottamam. Ratha Uttamam. A very wonderful, excellent Ratha. He placed that in between the two erring the groups. Who Rishikesha again, and now another name of the Arjuna, Gudakeshena Bharata. Gudakesha, the one who never sleeps, that is called Gudakesha, can control the sleep, that is Arjuna. By saying this, they are introducing the Arjuna was not an ordinary person. He was a great yogi also. He was a great warrior, very powerful person, and his personality was excellent. And he was having some spiritual powers also, like he could control his sleep. Now, this is really, really difficult. When today we were coming from one place to the another place in this New Jersey, and we found so many police cars, and what happened? The one driver, he went on the right hand side, and his car actually made an accident with a tree. There is a big, beautiful road. Why suddenly he went right side and knocked himself in with the tree? Because maybe he was asleep. When they're driving for a long period of time, so they become tired. So sleep comes and he cannot control. The controlling the sleep is almost impossible. So that is why he is mentioning Gudakesha. Bhishma Drona Pramukhat Sarvesham cha Mahikshitam Uvacha Partha Pashvaitan Samovetan Kuru Niti. Bhishma Drona Pramukhat Sarvesham cha Mahikshitam. In the Mahi means on this earth, the great personalities like Bhishma and Drona. He's mentioning only two names. One is Bhishma, who is the grandfather of all, and the Drona, who is the teacher of all. Drona taught both Pandava and the Kaurava. Bhishma also, he was the grandfather of both Pandava and Kaurava. So obviously he is mentioning they are the Mahikshitam, they are the rulers of the earth. And seeing them, Partha that means the Arjuna. Pritha's son is Partha. Pashvaitan samovetan kuruniti. He now slowly, Maya is coming on him. Tatra pashyat sthitan partha pitri nata pitamahan acharyan matulan bhatrin putran pautran sakim stata shashuran shridaschaiva senayo ubayorapi. Then he said, oh my God, whom I am going to fight? They are Pitrinata, they are like my fathers. Pitamaha, there's the grandfather. And the Acharya, the teachers, they're the maternal uncle, they're the brothers, and they're the sons. And they are the Shakim, they are my friends. Shashuran, the father in law. Srihida, again, one type of friends. And all they are in both the, the team. Then with whom I am going to fight? Then they will, some of them they are fighting for me, and some I am going against. But they are all my relatives. They are my so close. Achha, is this the first time Arjun knew about it? No. Because he was preparing for a long period of time. So how come he suddenly saw and then, as if for the first time he's seeing it? That is called Maya, and that is called Moha. Moha Abesha. I have come for a purpose, but seeing something, I forget that, and then I deviate from my duty. That is called Moha. And that is the reason he was Moha Abrita. He was covered by this tremendous power of the Maya and started thinking, oh, they are my own, they are my relatives. Why should I fight with them? Tan shamiksha sakonteya sarvan bandhun abhastitan kripaya paraya bishta bishidan idam abravit. Tan samiksha, by seeing that, kripaya paraya bishta. Kripaya, with the kripa, out of compassion, abhishta, he was overcome, overwhelmed. Bishidantam idam bacha. He said these words. What he said? Now is beginning the main wailing of the Arjuna. Arjuna uvacha drishtveman swajanan Krishna yujutsun samavastitan sidanti mamagatrani mukhancha parishushati बेपतुश्च शरीरे मे रोमहर्षश्च जायते गांडीवम संसते हस्तात् तक्चैव परिदह्यते न च शक्नम् अवस्थातुं भ्रमतीव च मे मनः निमित्तानि च पश्यामि विपरीतानि केशव. Now he said that Arjuna, just few sloka before we read, Arjuna said to Krishna, place my chariot in between the two erring groups. Let me see who has come to die in my hand. And when he came, when he saw, and he knew who are the people he is going to fight, and he was completely covered by the moha. And this happened with us all. That sometimes the king, he knows that the ruler, he knows that his son has committed a sin, a heinous crime. Just because he's my son, he tried to protect the son. Instead, he should know he was my son. Now, after committing this thing, I am not accepting he is as my son. Let them go to the court and the law will take its own course. I am not going to support it. They can't do that. Now, coming Sunday, tomorrow, is the Mother's Day. And naturally, we all, at least once in a year, we think about the mother, we discuss about the mother, and all over the world they purchase some different gifts and give it to the mother. And this is good. But these mothers, if they are supporting the wrongdoings of their children, so they are only weak mothers. But when the mother asking their children not to do any wrong thing, that is called Matri Shakti. Just imagine, if all the mothers in the world think in this way, that if you are not listening to me and doing harm to the world, I declare you that you are not my son. If this way it works, then what will happen? Immediately, all this sin will stop. This thing will stop. At least 90% will stop if the mothers they take the strong step. So here also we find the Arjuna, he was supposed to give the punishment, but instead he says, Drishtiman Sajanan Krishna, oh Krishna, looking at my own kith and kin, my relatives, Sajana, Jujutsun Samavastitan, they have come to fight each other. Now look at me, my whole body is trembling because of fear. What will happen? My mouth is drying and bepatuscha sharire me. I cannot control my body, and not only that, the haripulation is having in my body, and the weapon, the gandiva, it is also slipping from my grip. I cannot take proper grip on the gandiva. Gandiva is a very heavy the bow. So that was Arjuna's special thing. And that was slipping from his hand. He said, I think I have developed that my body is burning. So it is obviously not a good sign. Nacha shaknam abastatun brahmati bachame mana. My mind is not working properly. Nimittani chapashyami. Now I have seeing different type of bad things going to happen to me. Nacha striya anupashyami hatva sajana mahabe nakangshi bijayam krishna nacha rajyam sukhani cha. Nothing good is going to happen, oh Krishna. Now, the philosophy comes. Now Arjuna says, oh Krishna, no good will happen because why I should kill my own people? And what I am going to get by that? Kim no rajye na govinda, kim bhogai jibite na ba, yeshamarte kangshitam no rajyam bhoga sukhanicha. By killing my own people, if I even get this whole kingdom, what will happen to me? With whom I am going to enjoy this kingdom? My friends are dead, my brothers are dead, my children are dead, my ancestors, all senior, all those people are dead. I am alone only. How can I enjoy this king? It is not necessary. Ta ime bastita yuddhe pranans tyaktva dhanani cha acharya pitara putra tathaiva cha pitamaha matula shashuran pautran shala sambandhinastata et etanna hantumichhami gnotopi madhusudana. O Madhusudana, you are the slayer of the Madhu. Why? He was a demon. You killed a person who was a demon, but whom you were asking me to kill. is all his relatives. There they say Acharya, my teacher, Pitara, fatherly, my uncle and all those. Then my children, Putra, Pitamaha, Matula, maternal uncle, and all these relatives, they are there. You are the slayer of the Madhu. So Madhu Sudana. But whom you are asking me to kill? My relatives only. What I am going to do by killing them? Nihatta dhatra rashtanna kapi tisra janardana papomeba sraid ashman hattaitan atata inaha. I know that they are atatai, but even then, these Dhritarashtra's children, they are not good people, they are atatai. But even then, if I kill them, what good is going to happen to me? And there is a note, who is the atatai? It says that those who are trying to kill you through fire, agnido, or through poison, garadas chaiva, shastra pani, are attacking you with the weapon in hand, dhanapaha, they are taking away your property, kshetra dara apahari, your wife or your daughter, if anyone try to do with them, the shadete atataina. These six are considered as atatai. And according to the Artha Shastra, if you are killing these atatais, then there is no sin. I know these people, these Dhritarashtra, that's children of the Dhritarashtra, they are atatais. But even then, Krishna, I don't like to punish them. I don't like to kill them. Because they are my only friends. They are my only brothers. So much of confusion in the mind of the Arjuna. Tasmannarha bayam hantum dhatra rashtan sabandhavan sajanam hi katham hatva sukhina syama madhava. By killing these people, they are my sajana. They are my own people. By killing them, how can I be happy? So he is going on saying like this, Yadyapiti napashyanti lobhopahata chetasaha kulakshaya kritam dosham mitra dohe cha patakam. We don't think in this way, Krishna, think in this way, but if we are killing each other, what will happen? The kulakshaya kritam, we are going to destroy our kula, our family, our clan. And that is not good. Katham na giyamasmavi papad asman nibartitum kulakshaya kritam doshan prapashadbi janardana. O Janardana, O Krishna, knowing it very well that we are going to destroy our clan itself, shall we not stop? Kulakshaye pranashanti kuladharma sanatana dharme nashte kulam Krishna adharmo bhabatuta. Now, if you kill that clan, the tradition will be destroyed. The tradition that was developed in that will be destroyed, and that will create the scene. So obviously, O Krishna, it is better that we should not kill these people. The one after another, he is giving the argument why he should not fight. Adharma bhavat Krishna pradushyanti kulastriyaha strishu dushta shubhasneya jayate varna shankaraha. And when the male folks are dead, who will protect the girls, the ladies? And obviously, when the ladies are not protected, other people, they will come and force them to marry, and there will be a Varna Shankara. That is a mixture of different races. And there will be no culture, just giving birth like the animals. Do you want me to do that? So better we should not do it. Very strong points he is going on telling. Now, I think I should stop over here. And though there are another only 6 verses are there, but let me stop in 4040.